Come here. Look, I know this is supposed to be more of a Kayak 101 video, but do you want to see something a little more advanced? Check this out. Lean turns. Sure, a lean turn is a little bit more advanced of a topic, but it's important for every kayaker to know about. What is a lean turn, you ask? Well, when you lean your kayak over to one side while it's moving or while you're paddling, you're going to notice that it's going to turn to the other side. Don't believe me? Just watch. My Swift Kawasa is only 12.5 feet long, and it has a shape that lean turns really well. Watch what happens when I lean it up while I'm paddling. I can completely turn around almost on a dime. Why does this happen? Think of a banana lying on the surface of the water. You know it's going to lie on one side or the other. You also know intuitively that if you push it from behind, it's not going to go straight, but rather it's going to turn away from the round side, like this. The same thing happens to your kayak when you lean it over to one side. So of course every kayak is wider in the middle of the kayak than it is on the ends. And when you lean it up to one side, you're shoving more of that wide part into the water. It's creating a rounder edge on that side. On this side, you're pulling that wide part out of the water, creating a straighter edge on this side. And just like that banana lying on its side, when you push it through the water, it's going to turn away from that round. My mom was a real low-tech sort of person, but she had cruise control mounted on her steering wheel because that's what came with the car she bought. She was never going to use it, but it was important she knew what it was in case she accidentally pressed a button on the steering wheel and the car seemed to go by itself. She wouldn't panic and she knew how to turn it off. A lean turn is the same sort of thing. It's important for you to know, even if you don't want to use it, that if you lean your kayak to one side, you're telling it to turn. So the next time you get into your kayak, take a little extra time to get your hips settled right in the middle. So not only you're more comfortable, but so that when you go away from shore, your kayak lays nice and flat. Because if you happen to instead be sitting on one side, you're going to be telling your kayak to turn all day, and that's going to get frustrating. Now let's say you're ambitious and you want to try a lean turn, which is really fun. Let me show you how. Lean turning is a great way to turn your kayak without having to interrupt your paddling with the steering stroke. So when you're going to do a lean turn, push your knee up against the deck of the kayak, lift that hip off the seat, push this knee straight and press down this hip on the seat, all the while keeping your nose, the center of your chest, over the center of your hips. So when your hips are leaning the kayak over, your body is staying balanced and you're not going to tip over. So lift one knee up against the deck, lift that hip off the seat, straighten the other leg out, press that hip down. You'll see your kayak lean up. Make sure you're keeping your body straight up and down over the center of your hips to stay balanced. So lift one knee up, push it against the deck, lift your hip up on that side, push this hip down and straighten that other leg, but keep your nose, the center of your chest, over the center of your hips so that you stay balanced even when you're leaning, your hips are leaning that boat over a little bit. Lean right, you go left. Lean left, you go right. Lean right, you go left. Lean left, you go right. Now if you decide to practice your lean turn, make sure you pick a nice, hot, sunny day. You pick a beautiful, calm beach where if you tip over, it's no big deal. You can easily get out and swim to shore, and you'll have fun learning how to do a lean turn. My name's Terry Kent. Thanks for listening about the sport I love, I'll see you out in the water where you're looking like a pro.